Hey, what's up everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another prediction video. This week I'm going to be breaking down UFC 275, Glover Teixeira versus Jiri Prochazka. We got two title fights, and then we got a women's title contention fight, so it's going to be a good card. We're going to do a quick recap of UFC Vegas 56, then we'll get right into 275. UFC Vegas 56, I went 3-2 on my bets for a push. I lost $3, but I'm going to call that a push. My three winning bets were Benoit Saint Denis, 2.25 units to win 1.5, and that was an easy bet, man. He was able to out-grapple Stolze and get that easy submission. He did take a big knee early, but other than that, everything was good. My second winning bet was Botelho Silva. Fight does not go the distance. I had 1.35 units to win 1.75 units, and man, I love that bet. I was trying to tell anybody that would listen that was a good bet for the week. I know females usually don't finish fights, but this one did. So yeah, I got that at plus money too. My third winning bet was Damon Jackson Menafield under 1.5 rounds parlay. I had 1.8 units to win 1.7. My two losing bets were Damon Jackson under 2.5. I had 2 units to win 1.5. And I still think that was a good bet. It was just weird how that fight played out. I know Damon Jackson started cramping up, and he didn't really go as crazy as he usually does in fights and get a dominant victory or a finish. But yeah, man, that was tough to watch. But my second losing bet was Aaron Blanchfield. Going into this bet, this last fight that I had on my bets, I was up $300, and I had Blanchfield Trezano parlay for 3 units to win 2, and I already had Blanchfield cover, and it came down to Trezano, and man, I thought he was going to get the finish in the first round, and when he wobbled and then hit him with that knee. But yeah, man, Almeida came back and fought tough. That dude's a beast. So yeah, I lost 3 units to win 2 on that, and that was the big thing. That's what set me even. If Trezano would have won, I would have been up 5 units or $500. I would have been so happy. But it is what it is, man. I broke even, not bad. That was kind of a weird card. Now we're gonna get into a good pay-per-view where I always do good. My official bets record is 108-72 for plus 46.3 units, and we're gonna add on to it this week. I already got some good bets, and I'm gonna find some more better bets by the end of the week. We'll see where the lines move and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get into UFC 275 card. Like I said, 2 title fights. Then we got Weili versus Joanna for a title contention fight. Right now, though, everybody, please take the time to like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this video. I got a lot of subs last video, and I'm super happy about that. That's awesome. It makes me feel like doing all this work is worth it. So I appreciate anybody that subs, likes, and comments, man. I appreciate y'all, and I definitely like talking with you. This week on Wednesday at 7 p.m., we're going to do me and Johnny K Picks. We'll have a live show on my channel at 7, so make sure you guys show up for that like you always do, man. You guys are always awesome in the chat on that too. It's a fun show. That's one of my favorite times of the week, to be honest. And like I said, thank you everybody for the support, everybody that's liked and subscribed, and just comments and stuff. And let's get this free money this week. First fight for the for UFC 275 is in the men's welterweight division. We got Jake Matthews versus Andre Fialho. Jake Matthews is 17-5. He's currently sitting at plus 125. Andre Fialho is 16-4, currently sitting at minus 145. Jake Matthews is good. He's well-rounded, but he's really not great anywhere. He has decent striking, but he doesn't have much power. He has pretty good wrestling and pretty good jiu-jitsu, unless somebody has better wrestling and jiu-jitsu than him, or if they're even pretty good at it, like Sean Brady or someone like that, they're going to get the finish on him, Rocco Martin. But yeah, he's good, but he really needs to usually get decisions, be able to dominate the fight all 3 rounds. Andre Fialho, on the other hand, man, this guy's exciting, man. You see his boxing. He's really a boxer with really good power, but he's got a really good chin, and he's super tough. He's going to be a little bigger in this fight, too. He's going to have 1 inch of height and 2 inches of reach, which I think just being the bigger guy is going to help him stop the wrestling of Jake Matthews. And just like we've seen in the other fights, man, I think Andre Fialho is going to be able to touch Jake Matthews probably by that second round. First round might be some clinching against the cage and stuff like that, but I do think that anytime that Fialho is going to be able to land punches on Jake Matthews, it's going to hurt him. Went back through Jake Matthews' record, and just looking at his wins, I'm not impressed. He hasn't fought anybody with any power like this in a long time, like pretty much ever. He's been fighting like lower level grappler guys, excuse me. I think his last win was Diego Sanchez. So give me Andre Fialho here. I don't have a bet on him yet, but I am going to bet him. I see the line keeps moving up and down, so I'm going to see what that is by Monday or Tuesday, and I'll jump on it then. But yeah, I got Andre Fialho by second round TKO. I might even look at the over-under on that and see where that's going to go. Fight number 2 is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Kang versus Danaa back to Raw. Kang is 17-9. He's currently sitting at plus 125, and Danaa back to Raw is 12-3, currently sitting at minus 150. This is a replacement match. Kang was supposed to fight somebody else, and they fell out, so Danaa's filling in. And as you know, he got knocked out bad at the Ohio card, at the Columbus card that I was at with the spinning back fist, and got hit with some elbows by Gutierrez, and that was just a couple months ago. So quick turnaround, and I know he's doing it just because he's filling in, but I don't think that he had a full camp for this. I know he didn't, and probably wasn't really going straight back into camp after getting knocked out like that. So yeah, it's only been about maybe 2.5 months by the time this hits, 2 months and a week. So Kang, man, he's got good striking. He's got good wrestling and grappling, which I think he's going to use here. He's got 10 wins by submission and 0 by KO, so he's definitely not ever KOing anybody. But he does have good wrestling. He has good cardio. He's only been knocked out. He's got 26 fights, and he's only been knocked out one time, and that was like his 4th fight. And he was soccer kicked and knocked out. It must have been over in Japan or China where they had different rules. But yeah, man, the dude's good. He'll spam takedowns, and he usually has pretty good fight IQ. His fight IQ didn't show up in that last Rani Yaya fight. But man, he's well rounded, and I like that he doesn't get KO'd. Danaa back to Raw, man. This guy has really good boxing. He'll throw some leg kicks, but he likes to box a lot. He's got really good power. He's got really fast hands. Excellent Muay Thai and kickboxing, and he's got really good movements and feints and octagon control. I thought he was winning that fight against Chris Gutierrez, but when I watched it live, you couldn't tell as much, and you can't hear the announcers. But when I rewatched it the other day to do my tape on this, it looked like Danaa started slowing down in that second round. I think that's why he got caught. He was kind of just chasing Gutierrez, but it looked like he slowed down. He throws a lot of power into his shots, and he does a lot of movements and feints. So I don't know if he gassed out a little bit, because he slowed down against Kiori Lang too. So I think that he's got slight gas problems, just the way he fights, and then coming in on a short camp, and he doesn't have the best. I mean, he's got decent wrestling defense, but when he slows down, he can be taken down and controlled. So I'm actually, because everything points towards Kang to be able to win this fight, man. He's got 2 inches of height and 3 inches of reach, so he's going to be a little bigger than Danaa. I expect Kang to, like I said, because he's only been knocked out one time, and that was about like 23 fights ago, and that was a soccer kick to the head on the ground. But I expect him to be able to survive with Danaa in that first round, and once Danaa slows down, he might even be able to land his takedowns in the first round. But once Danaa starts slowing down, I expect Kang to land his takedowns, because he'll spam him over and over and get the win, get a pretty comfortable win, and if not, maybe even a submission in the third. But I'm taking Kang, and I'm thinking about betting him, especially as the underdog. Short notice, all the stuff's against Danaa in this fight, man. So getting knocked out 2 months ago. So yeah, man, I'm definitely going to take Kang. And I probably will be betting him. I want to see where that line goes. Fight number 3 is in the men's featherweight division. We got Seung Choi versus Joshua Culibao. Seung Choi is 10-4, currently sitting at minus 230. Joshua Culibao is 9-1-1, currently sitting at plus 195. Seung Choi, man, he's got really good boxing. He's got good kicks. He's got good grappling. He has a really nice straight to a left hook, straight down the pipe, and then to a left hook, and that has good power. He was catching Caceres with a lot of head kicks, looked really good there. Was hitting Zalao with a lot of head kicks and just punches. He showed really good cage control and grappling in that fight with Zalao. He has good takedown defense, because when he first came into the UFC, his first 2 fights were Movsar Evelev and Gavin Tucker, and he was getting taken down, and you could tell he worked on that, because Zalao tried to take him down a whole bunch. But I'm really impressed with this kid. He was almost stopped Caceres once or twice in that fight, and was doing really good until Caceres just snuck and took his back and locked in that rear naked choke real quick. The only thing that I seen is maybe he could slow down a little bit, because in that Caceres fight, he went nuts in that first round. Was throwing a lot of head kicks, got him hurt, was trying to get him out of there, and yeah, man, I really like this kid. He's very tough, and he's got fast hands and feet, so I like that. Culibao, he's good too. You seen him fight against His first fight, he came in and fought Jalen Turner up a weight class and got destroyed, but that's going to happen at short notice. His second fight, though, was against Jourdain, and he looked good in that first round. He almost got Jourdain out of there, which was unexpected. He dropped him in the first round, almost got him out of there, but he kind of slowed down by that second round, and then in the third round, he really slowed down, and Jourdain was able to come back and get a draw out of it. But this guy's really tough. He's got good striking. He's got good clinch. He likes to get the fight to the ground, but he doesn't have the best wrestling. He wasn't able to get Jourdain down there. And he seems slow. Like, it's weird because he's got like slow kicks, like he'll throw these lazy kicks, but then he's got fast hands. So the dude's decent. But yeah, in this, I'm going to take Seung Choi. I'm going to take him by decision. I don't know. Culibao looks like he's pretty tough, so I don't know if he's going to get him out of there. I got Choi in a parlay with another fighter coming up, and I got 1.75 units to win 2.1. But Choi could get him out of there like in the second or third round, maybe even in the first. But I expect him to win a pretty comfortable decision. He hits way harder, and I think he's going to have the better clinch up against the cage. Fight number 4 is in the men's lightweight division. We got Maheshate, the Chinese dude, Hayisaer, versus Steve Garcia. Maheshate is 6-1, currently sitting at plus 145. Steve Garcia is 12-4, currently sitting at minus 170. It's hard to find tape on this Maheshate guy. I can't even say his name. But he's got, you seen him on the Contender Series fight, and he looked good against that Achilles kid. He's good striking, nice body kicks with both legs, really nice clinch and flying knees. He was hitting that Achilles guy with nice flying knees. He had a good clinch, throwing knees to the body, to the head, decent spin kicks, decent cardio, and very tough. But like I said, you can't find much other video on him to see what his wrestling and grappling is like, and he's only 6-1. Only opponent he beat with a winning record was the Achilles dude on Dana White Contender Series, so that's something to look at because that fight was good, but it was kind of low level. Steve Garcia, on the other hand, he's 12-4. He's a good striker with good power. You seen his last fight though, he was getting wobbled by Charlie Ontiveros. He was getting wobbled. He got wobbled like 3 times. The first strike, Ontiveros hit him with a head kick, wobbled him. But good striking. He's got good wrestling, good BJJ. You see him on the regional scene. He was able to take people down, get some subs. He's got 8 wins by KO or TKO, and so the guy's a finisher. He's got really good ground and pound when he gets on top, and he's tough, man. Good cardio. He'll go all night. He's got weird unorthodox striking though, with long hooks and straights with power, but he can be kind of wild, man, and leave himself open to get hit, too. I've seen him get dropped a couple times, like the Ontiveros fight and on the regional scene. But I feel like this fight would be crazy on the feet. And both these guys, like, kind of go crazy and throw big shots. And I think, though, that Garcia is going to have the advantage wrestling. And that's why I'm going to side with Garcia. I think he could get a second or third round finish because I think he's going to have the better wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And if he gets this guy to the ground, I think he's going to be able to control him and really beat him up with some ground and pound. So give me Steve Garcia, and I'm actually going to pick him by second or third round finish because, like I said, that Maheshate guy hasn't fought anybody really. So, I mean, there's no way I can back him. Fight number 5 is, and I don't have no bets on that. I'll look at something, maybe the over-under or something. Fight number 5 is in the women's bantamweight division. We got Joselyne Edwards versus Ramona Pascual. Joselyne Edwards is 10-4, currently sitting at minus 175, and Ramona Pascual is 6-3, currently sitting at plus 150. These girls are pretty much the same height. Joselyne's going to have 1 inch of height, and she's actually going to have 4 inches of reach, so that'll help because it should be mostly a striking match. But I don't know. Well, I'll get into it. Joselyne Edwards has really good kickboxing. She has decent offensive and defensive jiu-jitsu, but she has terrible takedown defense, man. That's how she's been getting beat in the UFC. She was taken down. She was even taken down a couple times in her first fight by Yana Wu. But her other 2 fights, Jessica Rose Clark and Carol Rosa, were able to take her down and control her like for a lot of the fights. She's got powerful leg kicks and body kicks. She swings nice long punches with power. I like her striking in the stand-up, man. None of these girls really want to stand up with her because she does have really good kickboxing and nice long strikes. But she's just being able to be taken down so easy by girls that aren't even necessarily wrestlers scares me, and she has a tough time getting up. But and also from what I've seen too on some other fights and the regional scene, she kind of slows down after 1.5 rounds. So I don't really like that in her. But Ramona Pascual, you seen her fight in her last fight. She fought Josiane Nunes and fought tough, man. She came in on super short notice. They fought up at 145, and she fought super tough. Ended up losing a decision. She was dropped a couple times, but she showed really good toughness. She's got pretty good striking. She's come from a striking background. She's got good punches, stepping knees, and stepping elbows. Like, she likes to use them a lot. She's got a decent double leg takedown. She landed a couple takedowns on Nunes in that fight. Just wasn't really able to hold her down. Nunes has a really good jiu-jitsu game, though. And she's got decent BJJ. And when she's on the ground, she's got good ground and pound. She's real heavy on top. She's finished 5 of her 6 of her wins, and 4 of them are in the first round. And she's got good leg kicks and body kicks too. She's got really good striking with some decent power. And like I said, she's tough and she's willing to go toe to toe with Nunes. But she's kind of slow in the striking and grappling. I don't know if that was because she's short notice, up a weight. They fought up a weight class, but yeah, I like her. She's very tough in that first round, but she seems to slow after that. But I'm gonna take Joselyne Edwards, just because I don't think that Pascual is going to be able to get her out of there in the first round. And then I think in the second round or third round, Joselyne Edwards could be beating her up, standing up, and that Pascual might have to shoot in, tired out, take a lazy shot. And I think that Joselyne Edwards could hit her with a guillotine or even an armbar. She's got a couple armbars on her record, so maybe she hits her with something like that. But I got her by decision or armbar. I have that wrote down. So, but I don't have no bets on that fight. Fight number 6 is in the men's middleweight division. We got Brendan Allen versus Jacob Malkoun. Brendan Allen's 18-5, currently sitting at -270. Jacob Malkoun 6-1, currently sitting at +230. Brendan Allen's going to have 5 inches of height and 2 inches of reach in this fight, and that's going to be huge, man. Because Brandon Allen's got pretty decent striking. When he's fighting somebody else that doesn't have the best striking, like if he's not fighting Sean Strickland, his striking looks really good. He's got good pressure. He's got really good wrestling. Not really good, but he's got good wrestling. He really does. And he's got excellent BJJ. He's got 9 wins by sub and 5 by KO out of his 18, so he's got 14 finishes. Good hands with long punches, good octagon control with good pressure. He'll go for submission after submission when he's on the ground. He's really good off his back, and he's really good on top. But he can be taken down easily himself, and that's going to be like a problem in this fight, but I don't know. I think it could help him. He's got kind of a suspect chin. We've seen him get hurt a little bit in the UFC and dropped. Sean Strickland was able to hurt him and drop him, and then Chris Curtis was able to hurt him and drop him. Jacob Malkoun, though, he's a training partner of Rob Whitaker. He's his wrestling coach, and he's got really good wrestling. He's got really good wrestling. He's got really good cardio. He's got pretty good BJJ, and he's got decent striking. He actually has a pro boxing match. It's decent. It's not the best. He's been fighting. It hasn't looked great because he fought 3 really strong, athletic dudes with super good power, so he hasn't been able to show any striking in his fight, but I don't think he'll have the better striking in this fight. I'm going to take Brandon because really what he wants to do is just smother you with his wrestling and grappling, get a little ground and pound, but just smother you, wear you out. And that could work in this fight. But it's really not good to take Brandon Allen to the ground. He's got some of the best jiu-jitsu in the 185 division. You've seen him hit heel hooks on Carl Robertson. He's choked out people. He choked out Kevin Big Mouth, whatever his name is. He just dropped at 170. Kevin Holland choked him out cold. So I'm gonna take Brendan Allen in this because I'm gonna say he's gonna get the better of it on this feet, and then Malkoun's gonna have to takedown, and that's going to be his natural reaction. I think he's going to have to shoot some takedowns, and at some point I just see Brendan Allen having better jiu-jitsu than him, and either getting a sweep, getting on top, and being able to get like a rear naked choke, or I see him hitting like a heel hook on Malkoun. So even a triangle, man. But Malkoun's jiu-jitsu looked all right, but I'm going to take Brendan Allen by submission by the end of round 2, but I don't have any bets on that yet, but I do expect to put something on it, probably on the over-under. Fight number 7 is in the women's flyweight division. We got Silvia Gomez Juarez versus Liang Na. Gomez is 10-4, currently sitting at -150. Liang Na is 19-5, currently sitting at +130. And man, I think the line's off on this fight. I think this should be a pick'em. Sivana Gomez Juarez should never be a favorite over anybody in the UFC. She shows poor fight IQ. She has really good striking. She has 5 wins by strike, 2 wins by arm bars. But she showed terrible fight IQ in her last fight. After she dropped Vanessa Demopoulos, she just followed her right into her guard, got out of a submission, stayed there, and got put right in another one. She has suspect takedown defense. She has really suspect submission defense. She hasn't fought. Only 4 of her wins out of the 10 had winning records. she's got good power in her right hand, and that's all I really see, and she's pretty tough. Liang Na, she's not the greatest either, but she's gonna have 2 inches of height and 4.5 inches of reach here. She's a finisher, man. She's got 19 wins. She's got all 19 wins are by finish, 10 by sub, 9 by KO. So she can strike and she can wrestle. She really likes to grapple and sub people, but she's got good knees and everything. She's got decent striking. She's super wild. She's got pretty good wrestling, good takedowns. She's got excellent BJJ. She's very strong with excellent top control. Her arm bars are phenomenal. Fights at a crazy pace and always tries to finish. That's her problem, though. She will gas out by the middle of that first round if she don't get the finish. But see here, she's got good, from what I've seen, she's got good enough wrestling to be able to land the takedown on Gomez. And like I said, her arm bars are phenomenal. And what's Gomez been tapped out 2 times in the UFC with? Arm bars. She's 37 years old. Gomez is 37 years old. Liang Na, she's good. Like I said, 19-5, and her losses are actually good losses. They're the tough people. So I'm going to go with Liang Na as the big underdog. I put 1 unit on her. She was plus 155 at the time. I thought that line was way off. She's plus 130 now. And by the time the fight starts, it should be even money. Because like I said, it should have started off even money. No way Gomez Juarez should be a favorite over anybody in the UFC. 37 years old, 0-2 in the UFC. Got submitted twice in the first round. So how's she a favorite? And she's smaller in this fight. And like I said, Liang Na is a finisher. So I might look at the over-under in that too. I'm not sure yet. Fight number 8 is in the men's welterweight division. We got Jack Della Maddalena versus Ramazan Ameev. Della Maddalena is 11-2, currently sitting at minus 145. Ramazan Ameev is 20-5, currently sitting at plus 125. Man, I'm super impressed with Jack Della Maddalena. He's going to have a 1-inch height advantage, 1-inch height advantage with a 4.5-inch reach advantage, which I think is going to be very, very crucial in this fight. He's got excellent striking and really good boxing with both hands, really good power with both hands. He actually has a judo background too, so he has pretty decent wrestling and judo himself, and good ground and pound, good BJJ. And dude, this guy's just super aggressive, goes hard the whole fight, throws power with both hands, moving, countering, or going forward. Like, I've seen this guy knock people out going forward. I've seen him knock them out going backwards. Decent leg kicks and body kicks, but man, this guy's constantly moving forward, pressuring with kicks and punches, and throwing that power. Like I said, he showed really good wrestling and scrambles. Even if you watched his Dana White Contender Series fight with Lusso, who is super tough himself, looked great in that fight. He's been fighting since he was a kid. Like I said, boxing and judo background. Very tough with great cardio. And, man, I see this guy being awesome in his career. Ramazan Ameev, on the other hand, 20-5. He's 35 years old. He's got good wrestling. He's got okay striking. He's got decent jiu-jitsu, but he's not, like, choking nobody out or ground and pounding you out. He's more just, like, stay in one position, try to hold you down. And he's got good double and single leg takedowns. But his boxing's pretty slow. He used to be a lot better and more aggressive back in his early 20s, mid-20s. But recently, man, he hasn't looked good against anybody he's fought. He went split decision with David Zawada. Had a super tough fight with Nicholas Stolze, who you just seen is not that good at all. And then got beat by Danny Roberts. Maybe he didn't, but you shouldn't be going that hard with Danny Roberts. You've seen him get just drilled by Trinaldo. I'm taking Jack Della Maddalena here. I like him to win by maybe second or third round KO, but if not, dominant decision. I got him at minus 120. I have 2.4 units to win 2 units, and I love that bet. I might throw him in on another parlay. I was thinking maybe something with Brandon Allen or something, but his line's getting kind of out of control. But, man, I really like Jack Maddalena to be able to stop the takedowns of Ameev, even if he gets taken down to scramble and get back up, because he's bigger, man. Like I said, he's got 1 inch of height, and he's going to have that 4.5 inches of reach. So anytime they're standing up, I like Della Maddalena just to be hurting Ramazan, to be honest. Ramazan's a little slower, and his striking ain't that great. So I like Maddalena to get the finish in that second or third round or a dominant decision. But I already bet him big, and like I said, I might be putting him in some other stuff. Fight number 9 is in the men's flyweight division. We got Rogerio Bontorin versus Manuel Kape. Rogerio is 17-4, currently sitting at plus 185. Manuel Kape is 17-6, currently sitting at minus 220. Rogerio's good. He has good wrestling. He has really good BJJ. Pretty good striking with some power. He doesn't have a lot of output, but he does have good power, good countering. He really wants to wrestle his guys down, hold them on the mat with control, because he hasn't been finishing anybody in the UFC really. Really in Paiva, he finished him with a knee that cut him open real early in the first round. But good body lock takedowns, just good takedowns, really good control, BJJ. But the guy slows down, man. If he has to grapple, he definitely slows down a lot earlier than they have to strike. If he has to grapple like you seen against Brandon Royval, he slowed down and was like crazy dead tired at the end of the second. But if he's just standing up striking, he can do that like he did with Matt Schnell and go for 3 rounds. But he's pretty good everywhere, but he's not really a killer. I see this fight, it's kind of like the Kai Kara-France fight, because Manuel Kape is super explosive, super athletic. He has good takedown defense. He has good wrestling himself, good BJJ. He can survive, and he has good get-up game. Dude's striking is crazy, though. He's so fast. He's so explosive. You've seen him with the knee against Ode Osborne. You've seen him against Master Z Zogalskis, how he just tore him up in the first round. This guy's scary, man, and he has really powerful leg kicks, which I think he's going to be able to use to really hurt Bontorin standing up in this fight. I think this fight's going to be good. I think that in the first round, Manuel Kape, he might get clinched a little bit. He might even get taken down a couple times, but I expect him to be able to get back up, land some big shots when they're standing. Anytime they're standing, he's going to land some big shots. And I expect him to kind of like Kai Kara-France, man, to be able to land a big shot on Bontorin. So I'm going to take him by second or third round TKO. I don't have him in any bets yet, but I am really thinking about putting him in them. I'm just a little worried because Bontorin, I do see a path to victory here for him by being able to get takedowns, and it's just kind of laying prey on him like Matthias Nicolau did to Manuel Kape. So I'm a little worried. The line's pretty big, but I don't have no bets yet, but we'll see. Fight number 10 is in the women's strawweight division. We got Weili Zhang versus Joanna Jedezejczyk. Weili Zhang is 21-3, currently sitting at -170. Joanna Jedezejczyk is 16-4, currently sitting at +145. This is a rematch. The first fight was crazy. That's when Joanna's face got all messed up and was swollen and crazy. Went to, I believe it went to split decision, but it was a crazy fight. Both these girls have phenomenal striking. Weili Zhang has really good striking. She has good wrestling, good clinch game. She's got good elbows and knees out of the clinch. You've seen against Jessica Andrade what she did to her. And she's got good wrestling. Her striking is nice, man. She's really fast. She's nice at throwing 2 to 4 punch combos and ending with the leg kick. I really like that. Her hands are so fast and a straight. She has a nice straight right down the pipe with good power, man. Her clinch and power strikes and takedowns are nice. Good at mixing in takedowns during striking exchanges. She has good timing. You've seen against Rose Namajunas. And she's got good jiu-jitsu, good ground and pound. She just seems to be a little stronger than Joanna. Joanna's a little bigger. She's 2 inches taller with 2 inches of reach. But Weili Zhang was able to get on the inside a lot in that first fight. And she's just really, really good, man. She's really well-rounded everywhere. She's really tough, and she's really strong. She did in that first fight with these two kind of slow down after that third round, so it's going to be something to look at here. But Joanna, man, she's getting older. She's 35 years old. She hasn't fought in 2 years and 3 months, and it didn't even look like she was training there for like a year and a half. She was just, she was just like traveling the world and doing stuff. So it didn't really look like she was working out. And like I said, 35 years old, hasn't fought in 2 years, 3 months. Great Muay Thai striking, probably the best Muay Thai striking that's been in that division ever. Really nice boxing with really good power. She has really good leg kicks. She was landing some good leg kicks in the first fight. Good leg and body kicks. Excellent movement and jabs. That's what sets her apart from most females and most female strikers, man. She really had great movement, great jabs, good power, good takedown defense. She's got excellent takedown defense and great get-up game. Really nice 1-2 with power. Throws a ton of leg kicks, and those have really helped her in the first fight. I think that's what slowed down Weili Zhang. But in this fight, man, I just think all the time off. Joanna was in her prime in the last one. Now she's 35, going on 36. Weili Zhang's only 32. I just think that she's going to be able to do the same thing, but a little better. I think Weili Zhang, she'll be more prepared for this fight, and Joanna, with not fighting for so long, is going to come out cold. So I'm going to take Weili Zhang. I don't think she finishes her, but I think she gets a really clear decision. She might even be able to land some more takedowns. Her wrestling has seemed to getting better. Showed improvements in that last Rose fight. So give me Weili Zhang by decision. I actually have her finishing off the parlay with Choi from earlier. I have 1.75 units to win 2.1, and I really like that, man. I think both the guys and girls get a pretty easy decision. They're not easy, but a tough, but a pretty dominant decisions in both fights, and maybe get the finish. Fight number 11 is in the women's flyweight division. We got Valentina Shevchenko versus Taila Santos. Valentina Shevchenko is 22-3, currently sitting at -600. Taila Santos is 19-1, currently sitting at +425. What's there to say about Well, one thing I want to say about this fight is Valentina is actually going to be smaller in this fight. She's 1 inch shorter, and she's going to be at a 2.5 inch reach disadvantage, which usually, she's just the same size or a little bigger than most of her opponents at this weight division. Valentina Shevchenko, what's there to say? The most well-rounded girl fighter probably ever, and maybe possibly guy fighter. She's got black belts in judo, kickboxing, and taekwondo. She's been fighting since she was a kid. She's traveled all around the world her whole life, and that's all she's been doing is fighting, and she's just special, man. She's getting up there, though. She's 34 years old, and that's the time when you start seeing some of these champions in these lower weight classes start to decline just a little bit, when these young up-and-comers, man, are coming like savages and just tough as hell, and that's what's coming up in this fight. But everything about her, she's got phenomenal takedown, she's got phenomenal striking with phenomenal power, phenomenal BJJ, everything. She's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. Super tough, good defense, excellent cardio, perfect fight IQ. Taila Santos, on the other hand, man, this girl is tough. This is going to be the toughest fight that she's had at 125, in my opinion. Taila Santos is going to be a little bigger. She's super strong. She's super aggressive. She's got KO power. You've seen her drop in Calderwood. She's dropped a lot of girls. Excellent Muay Thai striking. Her dad's a Muay Thai coach, so she's been doing this for a long time. I think she started when she was like 12. She's really well-rounded. 14 of her 19 wins are by stoppage, 11 by KO. So that's a little worrying here for Valentina Shevchenko, man, because this girl really does. I seen her make a post on Instagram the other day, too, that said she's a Porsche with no brakes. And I feel like that means she's just going to come out and go nuts and try to get the finish on Shevchenko, because that's kind of what you got to do. I don't know if anybody is going to out-technically strike Shevchenko. You got to make it sloppy with her and hope you catch her with something. And this girl definitely has a way to do that. She's got excellent leg and front body kicks, really strong with good body lock takedowns out of the clinch. Nice 1-2. Her 2 comes with super good power. She's very athletic and explosive. This is one of the most athletic and explosive fighters Shevchenko's fought in a long time. But she also seems to slow down after 2 rounds, and her striking defense isn't that great from what I've seen. So I'm going to take Shevchenko. I'm going to take her by a 4th or 5th round finish, but I have no bets here. Obviously, the line is super high. I'm going to look at the over-under, but I really think that once Taila, it's going to be a great fight, and as long as Shevchenko don't get caught in that 1st or 2nd round, I think that she'll be able to start taking over majorly in that 3rd and either get a 3rd, 4th, or 5th round finish. So we'll see what the over-under line's looking like, because it's too much to really bet Shevchenko. And there is a little risk in betting it, because Taila Santos has passed to victory in this fight. All right, to the main event, fight number 12. We got Glover Teixeira versus Jiri Prochazka. Glover Teixeira, the champ, is sitting at 33-7. Currently sitting at plus 170. Jiri Prochazka is 28-3-1, currently sitting at minus 200. And man, Glover Teixeira, the guy does not age, man. He's beating Father Time right now. You know, I know Father Time's going to win, but this guy is fighting every round tough with him. Really good wrestling. World-class BJJ, man. This guy is a world-class BJJ, and he can go 5 hard rounds of grappling and keep up same pace, same everything. Good striking, but he's slowing down as he's getting older, and he's a little hittable on the feet. So, I mean, he's probably got 4 out of his last 7 fights where he was dropped in the fight and then ended up coming back to win by grappling, which is what he's so good at. Excellent single, double leg, and body lock takedowns you've seen against Jan Blachowicz, man. Blachowicz had Glover looked like he was so much stronger than Blachowicz, man, just taking him down and mauling him. He's so heavy on top. His BJJ is phenomenal. You see with Anthony Smith, with everybody he's fought, Ian Kutalaba, everybody he's been fighting coming up or in recently. Man, he gets him down and he starts beating him up and he weighs on him. You've seen him do it to Blachowicz. And as you can just like see their power bar dropping, man, and he keeps his position and constantly just beating you up, either striking, transitioning, going for submission, man. The guy is so tough. When he gets you down, if he gets Prochazka down, he's going to control him for the whole round. Prochazka, his defensive wrestling, that's been his suspect game his whole career. If he gets the mount or takes the back here, it's going to be over for Jiri. So he better not let him take that. Other than a 13-second loss to Rumble Johnson, all losses have been to guys that he could not wrestle. Like Rumble Johnson knocked him out quick, and if that wouldn't have happened and the fight would have went longer, Rumble Johnson's his gas tank's always been a little suspect, so maybe he could have got him down to finish it. But everybody else, like Gustafson, John Jones, Bader, were all people that Glover couldn't wrestle down, so he couldn't get the win. Jiri Prochazka, man, this dude is crazy. I really like this guy. He's got excellent Muay Thai striking. He's really awkward movement, but he throws with power with both hands, straights, hooks, spinning elbows. You've seen against Reyes. He's got KO power in the right hand and left hook. Really good at exploding and throwing in fast combinations. Sets a super crazy pace and then keeps it up. He'd throw 150 strikes in one round. Like, this guy's crazy. He's the truth. Crazy KOs with kicks, elbows, punches, knees at all time, at any time in the fight. Super durable with excellent cardio, and he keeps power deep in the fight. I like that about this guy. He's got suspect wrestling in BJJ, though. If you've seen him on the regional scene or in even these other smaller fight promotions that are kind of big name fight promotions, he get taken down and controlled. Brandon Halsey was able to do it. A lot of these guys were able to do it. And I really think that Glover Teixeira is going to be able to take him down. And when he takes Yuri down, I don't think Yuri's going to be able to get back up, man. I think he's going to have to lay there, lose some energy, and get beat up. The thing is Yuri, he don't seem to gas out, though. He seems to be able to keep his energy. But I seriously see this by, like, and I love Jiri Prochazka, but this is like a bad style matchup for him because he's got a KO him standing up. This is a style matchup for sure. If this stays standing, Prochazka's knocking him out. And if it goes to the ground and then Glover's able to weigh on him in the first round, beat him up a little bit, come out in the second round, not get KO'd, get him down again and weigh on him again, I could see Yuri getting gassed. I could see Glover Teixeira finishing him in the third or fourth. So I have no bet on this yet. I want to see what the line goes to. I want to see what the over-under is, what that ends up being, because I really love the under in this fight. I would like to have 2.5 rounds, maybe 3.5, because I don't know if it's going to finish in that first round. But I'm going to predict Glover Teixeira, man, to win by a third or fourth round submission. And I haven't put no bet on that. I don't think I'll be betting this fight. I mean, if it gets out of control and Glover's like plus 200, I might even still bet him. He's plus 170 now, and I feel like the money's going to come in on Yuri. So if it gets too crazy, I probably will throw a bet on Glover because he has a great path to victory. Literally, Yuri's a crazy guy, crazy great striking, but if you watch his regional stuff, his wrestling game's always been suspect. And Glover's wrestling is great, and his BJJ is phenomenal. So I'm gonna pick Glover to weigh on him, man. So them are my predictions. I only got a couple bets in: the Jack Della, the Liang Na, and then I got the parlay with Weili, Zhang, and Choi. So everybody, please go to my Instagram and follow me there, and you'll get all these betting stubs, all these betting tickets, and you'll see, man, we're gonna win. Should have won 500 last week, man, but Lucas Almeida. But everybody, thank you. If you still haven't, though, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check me out and me and Johnny K Picks on Wednesday night, and we'll be live going over this 275 card, and it'll be a great time. So good luck this weekend, everybody, and thank you for watching. See you guys.